Welcome back to the shed. Haven't been in here for a long time, but I've been doing odd jobs around and doing special effects for a couple of shows, one a play, one a musical, that kind of thing, and of course the usual doing shows at night. Now I've dressed up specially for you, of course, as normal, and I was thinking the other day that maybe I hadn't told you. Oh, by the way, I've got a bit of a cold, so as you men out there will know, when a man has a cold, it's far worse. I could be at death's door. Yeah. Anyway, so what should we talk about today? When I was 33, I met a multimillionaire who told me about how he became rich and indeed wealthy. And there is a difference. I might get to that. He told me about a system. Now that was what, 40 years ago, and since then I've read about it in books and stuff like that. It's a very, very old system, and at first hearing you'll probably say, well, that's not going to work. Well, it worked for me. Or, I'm too old. You're never too old, because you never know how long you're going to live. And I think, however, it is best the younger you start. They really should teach this at school, you know, or even make it compulsory when you're coming through your teenage years and into your 20s, 30s and all that jazz. So, what is it? It's a very simple system. But you have to make it a habit. You have to make it part of your normal, everyday life, just like brushing your teeth. What happens is, you'll need a bank account where you have a long notice of withdrawal. In other words, you can't get your money out just like that. And you, if you do that, by the way, and say I want a 2-year notice, 3-year notice, 5-year notice of withdrawal of my funds, you can equally argue with the manager that you want at least 0.5% on your money over base rate, okay? And so you get a little bit more as well. Now it works on something that some of you may not understand, but trust me on this. It works on compound interest. When you put money in a bank account that's got interest on it, at the end of the year, the bank will put more money, interest, onto your money. And the following year, they will be paying you interest on your money and interest on the interest that they gave you. So that's compound interest. And as the years go by, this is not a quick way to get rich. In fact, I don't know of one other than winning the lottery, and you haven't got much chance of doing that. So, what you do is you live at 90% of your income. In other words, if you don't understand percentages, supposing you got £100, you divide that up into 10 portions, and you'd have £10, £10, £10, and you take one of those £10, that's 10%, and put it in the bank. If your granny gives you £1, you put 10p in the bank. If you do a job for any amount of money, the first person you pay is you. You pay yourself 10% of everything that you earn, and you just keep putting it in the bank and never drawing it out again. I frequently ask people, because the millionaire asked me, have I ever saved up for anything? Yeah, I've saved up for a bike, saved up for a car, saved up for a holiday. He said, yes. That's the mistake, you see. In our family, we save up to be rich. And this, like a big light went on in my head. Wow. All you have to do to be rich is save the stuff up. You would be amazed if you actually wrote down all your expenses, the money you spent. There'd be a chunk at the end where you didn't know what had happened to it. You know, I got this much in my salary and my wages, and I spent this much. Where did that go? Well, that's why you take that out first, and you live at 90% of your 9/10 of your money. Yeah, a lot of people say, oh, I couldn't do that, I need every penny I get. Do that little budget thing. and you'll find out you really don't for some reason, and there's always somebody living lower than you, isn't there? So I'm promising you, if you do that, it worked for me, worked for Debbie, okay, and I know 3 people, excuse me, that I've told this to, that are now wealthy. What's the difference between rich and wealthy? You get to the stage where your money is earning more money than you're able to spend. That's wealthy, okay? Rich is your comfy off, okay? Oh dear, it's terrible having a cold, isn't it? Yeah. And so that's it for today. It won't be quick. Mine took me 8 years when I was that age, 32, 33, until one day I suddenly looked at it and I went, wow. And I realised that I could start saying no to people who were offering me nasty jobs. And if you've heard the phrase, money attracts money, that's not quite true. The confidence of having money, that's what attracts money. And people will start offering you better propositions, better jobs, better deals. But always remember, even if you borrow against your invested money in the bank, if you borrow against it, you still have to repay the borrowing out of your 90%. That's it. Go forth. And when you're stinky rich, send me gifts.